Oh, hey, what's up? This is my pitch for a sequel to the movie The Sixth Sense, and it's called The Sixth Sense 2 The Seventh Sense. Okay, so this movie, we fade in on Haley Joel Oswald in his house, and he's like reading a comic book. And also he's the same age that he was in the first Sixth Sense movie, cause this one takes place immediately after the first movie. So it's like he's gotta look the same age that he looked in the year 1999. So like they might have to use some like CGIs and stuff to make him look the right age. But anyways, he's like sitting there, and he's reading this comic, and it's a Casper the Friendly Ghost comic. And like he's looking at it, and he's got this look on his face like, man, whoever wrote this comic, they don't know shit about ghosts. Not like me, Haley Joel Oswald, cause I got the sixth sense, which means I know all about ghosts, cause I talk to ghosts and I see ghosts every day. And so just then, as he's sitting there reading this comic, Bruce Willis, he just phases through the wall, and he floats over Haley Joel. And he's like, whoa, are you surprised to see me, Haley Joel? I bet you're not surprised, because we all know that you can see ghosts. And that's what I am. I'm a ghost. So like Bruce Willis just found out he's a ghost, and he's still a little mad at Haley Joel for not telling him that he was a ghost in the first movie. And he's all like, he's like, why didn't you tell me I was a ghost? All this time I could have been using my ghost powers to like float around, and I could have been like shooting ghost beams out of my third ghost eye. Because, as we all know, ghosts have a third eye in the center of their forehead, which is known as a ghost eye. So he's mad that Haley Joel didn't tell him that he had a ghost eye, but Haley Joel's like, sorry I couldn't tell you, Bruce Willis, but it's against the rules. And, Willis is like, what you talking about, Haley Joel? What are these fucking rules? And Haley Joel, he just like turns around and kind of casually throws the Casper the Ghost comic into the fireplace and watches it burn as it answers, the rules, my friend? I'm talking about the ghost rules. And then Willis is like, okay, man, I'm gonna need you to explain to me these so-called ghost rules. But also, why did you just throw that comic into the fireplace? What's up with that? Why are you burning comic books, Haley Joel? And Haley Joel's just like, I fucking burn these comics every day, cause it sucks. Casper the Friendly Ghost, more like Casper the Bullshit Ghost. I mean, look, the Casper doesn't even have a third ghost eye. And ghosts, ghosts aren't even that friendly in real life. This comic is a bunch of lies. Also, I saw the movie, and the Casper the Ghost fucking transforms into the guy from Final Destination, fucking Devon Sawa. And I'm like, man, I've seen all of my years as a 12-year-old boy with the sixth sense, I have not once seen a ghost turn into Devon Sawa from Idle Hands. And I've seen a lot of ghosts, so trust me, I would know if they could do that kind of shit. When I saw that movie in the theater, I stood up on my chair and I was like, this movie is some bullshit. And then my single mother, Toni Collette, had to drag me out of the theater because I was crying out of my two human eyeballs, because I don't even have a third ghost eye. Because I'm not a ghost. I'm Haley Joel Oswald, and I have the sixth sense. So yeah, anyway, then Bruce Willis is like, what? Okay, so tell me about these ghost rules. And then Haley Joel explains, the rules. Ghost rule number 1. You can't tell a ghost that he's a ghost, or else you will become a ghost. And Bruce Willis is like, okay, so what happens if somebody who's already a ghost tells a ghost that he's a ghost? Well, that means that the ghost who told the ghost that he's a ghost will become a double ghost. And that means that ghost rule number 2, you do not talk about Ghost Club. That's like a fun little reference to the movie Fight Club, which also came out in the year 1999, the same year as The Sixth Sense, which is also the year that this movie, The Sixth Sense 2, takes place. Anyways, ghost rule number 3. You gotta listen to the theme from Ghostbusters at least once a day, or else you will evaporate. And then Bruce Willis realizes, he's like, oh, so that's why you were making me listen to the Ghostbusters theme all those times. And then we see like a bunch of quick little flashbacks to Haley Joel making Bruce Willis listen to the theme from Ghostbusters. Like these are all scenes that happened off screen during the first Sixth Sense movie. So yeah, now Haley Joel, he's like, yeah, you gotta keep listening to the Ghostbusters theme every day. So here, you gotta take this cassette tape containing the Ghostbusters theme so you can listen to it. Because remember, it takes place in 1999, so they gotta use cassette tape technology. They don't have any CDs yet. So yeah, now that Bruce Willis knows all 3 of the official Ghost rules, he's ready to team up with Haley Joel Oswald, and by using their combined powers, they will defeat the world's greatest foe, the dreaded Millennium Bug. Because on December 30th, the year 1999, the Millennium Bug is going to attack, and he's going to blow up every computer in the world at the same time. Oh, and he's also going to blow up every cassette tape player, so Bruce Willis, he won't be able to listen to the Ghostbusters theme. So, he's got a personal stake in this, and the stakes are very high in this movie. So here is the plan. Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Oswald need to find this Millennium Bug before December 30th, which is the final day of December in the year 1999. And then they gotta take down this evil fiend before it has a chance to strike and destroy the economies. But then, Bruce Willis brings up a question. He's like, the Millennium Bug, that thing is like invisible. Nobody knows how to find it. Well, how are we supposed to fight what we can't see? And then Haley Joel, he's like, well, the answer is simple, my dear ghost pal. We will just use the 7th sense. And which is, by the way, that is the titular line of the movie. Okay, so the 7th sense, we all know that there are 6 senses, right? You got seeing, hearing, looking at things, listening, and licking, seeing dead people. That's 6, right? But it turns out, when you become a ghost, then you also gain a 7th sense. And that sense is the ability to see Millennium Bugs. So Bruce Willis, he's got to use his 7th sense to find the Millennium Bug. So the way he does it is he opens up his 3rd ghost eye and like concentrates, and then like a white beam of light shoots out of the ghost eye, and it like shoots through the wall, and they're like, we gotta follow that ghost beam. It's gonna lead us to the Millennium Bug. Let's go to the Ghostmobile. So yeah, the next part of the movie is like a little road trip. You got Bruce Willis and Haley Joel, and they're just like, they're in the Ghostmobile following this beam of light, which is leading them to the fucking Millennium Bug. But like ghosts can't drive cars, so Haley Joel is the one doing the driving. It's a real car. It's just called a Ghostmobile. Like that's just the name of the car. And so Haley Joel Oswald's driving this car, right? And like he's still 12 years old at the time, so like he's wearing a fake mustache so that he looks older. And then like at one point he gets pulled over by a traffic cop, and he's got to show the cop his fake ID, and his name on the fake ID is like Casper Ghostington the Third. And the cop is looking at this ID, and he's looking at this kid wearing a fake mustache, and he's like, I don't know about this ID. I think I gotta check the database to see if this is real. And then so real quickly before he can check the ID, Bruce Willis, he like floats over the traffic cop, and he floats inside of his body, and he possesses this guy. And then he makes him pull out his own gun and shoot himself in the head, and like his brains splatter all over Haley Joel Oswald's face, and he's like covered in blood. And then Bruce Willis floats back into the car, and they keep driving. So anyway, eventually, after many days of driving, our heroes arrive at their destination, their final destination. But like the Millennium Bug, they can't, there's nowhere to be found. Bruce Willis looking around, he's all like, I don't see no Millennium Bugs around this place. All I see is this big Statue of Liberty. And that's when they realize, of course, the Millennium Bug is hiding inside the Statue of Liberty. It's the last place anyone would think to look. So now these guys, they gotta figure out a way to get inside the statue. Cause like there's no doors on the Statue of Liberty. It's like completely sealed on the outside. There's like no way to get inside it. And like it's even enchanted with a special spell of enchantment which like prevents ghosts from passing through the statue. So that's why nobody in the world has ever seen the inside of the Statue of Liberty. So now they're wondering, like, how we gonna get inside this fucking statue? And, like, Haley Joel is like, oh, I got an idea. Just give me a second. And then he walks over to a telephone booth, and he uses the rotary dial to place a telephone call. Because remember, it's 1999. And then he comes back over, after he makes his phone call, he comes back to Bruce Willis, and he asks who he called. And Haley Joel is like, oh, I can't tell you his name, but let's just say he has unbreakable bones. So that's right, here comes a special cameo of the movie, Mr. Unbreakable himself. The guy from the movie, Unbreakable, he just flies down from out of the sky, and he fucking flies through the Statue of Liberty. And like there's a big explosion and the statue just collapses and it fucking crushes a bunch of people underneath it. And then but also there's like it reveals the deadly Millennium Bug inside the statue. And then Haley Joel's like, thanks for breaking the statue, Mr. Unbreakable. I got it from here. And then Mr. Unbreakable's like, okay, Haley Joel, I gotta go fight Mr. Glass. And he flies away. So anyway, Millennium Bug is there. And this Millennium Bug is like, he's like 50 meters tall. He's got like 1 million legs. Cause millennium is like, it's Latin for million. Anyway, he's like, so you finally found me, Haley Joel. You finally found the Millennium Bug, but you'll never be able to stop me. Nothing can stop Y2K. And so the Millennium Bug, he's like towering over Haley and Willis, and you think he's gonna eat them or something. But then Haley Joel just looks over at his ghost pal, Bruce Willis, and he says, you know what to do, buddy. And then Bruce Willis nods, and he looks up at the Millennium Bug, and he's like, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And he closes his left and right eyeballs, but he keeps his center ghost eye open. And then he fires a massive red beam of energies out of his ghost eye, and it just disintegrates the Millennium Bug. And fucking ashes rain down all over the place on the entire world. Cause there was a really big monster, so there's a lot of ashes. And so, in our final denouement, Haley Joel, he's like, you did it, Bruce Willis. You defeated the Millennium Bug. And Bruce Willis is like, no, Haley Joel, we did it. together using teamwork. And then he holds out his hand, and Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Oswald finally shake hands. But then it's like, wait a second, how are they shaking hands if one of them is a ghost? And that's when Haley Joel Haley Joel reaches his hand slowly up to his own forehead, and he feels his own third ghost eye. And that's when he realizes that he too is also a ghost, and he's been dead the whole time. And then we flash back real quick to some scenes from earlier in the movie, and we see he actually had a third eye the whole time, because he was a ghost the whole time. But that's not even the very end, because then in the final shocking twist, Haley Joel Oswald transforms into Devon Sawa from Final Destination 1. Okay, and then the words come up on the screen. It says "The End?" ? Okay, so that's the end. That's the whole movie pitch. M. Night Shyamalan, if you're listening to this, you can feel free to use these ideas and send me money for them. But because I'm a big fan, I like all your movies. I like The Last Airbender is my favorite movie about bending. It's almost as good as bending it like Beckham. But anyways, yeah. Anyone else other than M. Night Shyamalan, do not steal these ideas. They took me a lot of time to come up with. And I'm scared of ghosts. Okay, bye.